Welcome, everyone. My name is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching Channel Messages that we channel every week from the Council of Nine, Council of Light Beings, the original Council, etc., etc. This is all about bringing you your memory back, basically. We all have gifts. We all have purpose. We all have our journeys. The only thing is that when we come into this, well, if we're talking about this particular lifetime, we come in and we choose to forget all that. But now it's the time that we need to remember that. We have chosen to come at this particular time to obtain more knowledge, to obtain more memories, and to remember how, what, when, where for our gifts. We have all been, at one point or another, been able to speak light language. We have all been, at one point or another, been able to heal others, whether it's in this lifetime or another lifetime, whether it's by energy healing or even the energy of the plants, you know, for what they used to call witch doctors. Why? Because they had knowledge of working with the weather and working with the atmosphere and working with the plants and working with the animals and all that stuff to bring healing to humans. Those are the original doctors, per se. And then we started remembering, and then Western physicians came along, Eastern physicians came along, and a lot more different types of medicines have come into the mix. Now, we're not saying stop this, stop that. We're saying remember that a good combination of everything is what heals the body, the mind, the soul, the psyche, all at once. It's a full package. You cannot heal the ingrown toenail without first cutting it out and healing the toenail. And then healing also the toe, right? Because that's just how it is. We have to keep doing in order to be the best that we can be at any given time. And these sessions are about bringing coordinates or bringing straight messages from light beings that are here to help us. They're right around you. They're in the sky. If they're galactic, they decide to stay up there and just transmit their information to us telepathically. They may pick us up when we travel. When we travel through those coordinates, we may end up in a spaceship or in another planet, in another universe, and maybe a parallel universe, in another galaxy, anywhere in the world. We could even end up in the middle of beautiful Earth. But every single step that we take has been to help us remember who we are, remember, bring those memories back into focus. And you may not remember consciously, but subconsciously, the memories are there. And they're being brought forward so you could continue on your mission. You chose to come at this very moment to help humanity, to help all living things, to grab greater knowledge, to open your eyes and see that there's so much more than you have been taught or told about. Just ask one question. Be curious, be in your own skin. Ask one question. Like, where am I? Who am I? Is this really real? What am I missing? And let the universe, let those beings that are there for you, whether they're angelic beings, whether it's divine himself or herself, whether it's the CEO of the whole place, whoever, it could be galactic, it could be from another parallel universe, whatever those beings appear to be, let them help you. And truthfully, once you start remembering, you'll learn your lessons and your soul will evolve a lot faster and your upgrades will become faster and you will ascend to where you need to be. And it isn't just 5D. We could reach higher, but we're limiting ourselves to 5D. Just go for it. Let those gifts come in. Open your eyes and surrender to this. One thing though, if you don't know how to travel when we give coordinates, just set the intention you're going to go wherever we go. Let your third eye envision everything. Let your third eye completely participate in, above all, open your heart. Let that unconditional love rush in and fill your whole body, your everything about your whole complete psyche, your fullness, your completeness with that unconditional love that is there each and every second. But you just sometimes don't know how to reach it. Now, I do have a couple of members here, and if you so feel inclined to ever join us, send me a message and I will tell you all the details and we will talk about it. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to have your real name. I'm already in the front. That's okay. I'll take the hits from whoever doesn't agree, but that's okay because then they're not in my path. I'm in my own path. They're in their own path. We each have our own thing. So, with that being said, just take nice deep breaths. And I want everyone to close your eyes as I am opening the floor now and allowing that energy of oneness to surround each and every one of us, whether you listen to this or see this on the day that's live today or on any other day after this. Bring it. Be your best. Surrender to the process. Believe me, if you do, even if you fall asleep, you will get the information. You will start to notice that some of your gifts are over suddenly coming in. And those gifts that you only dreamed of having. Maybe you're feeling empathic gift. Or maybe you're feeling your knowing all gift or whatever. Premonition. Just knowing where to go for different reasons. And also your biggest gift is your spiritual unconditional love for everything and everyone, including yourself. Because once you get there, you will then finally be oneness. Not part of oneness, but be oneness. And I now ask any of my members here if they have any coordinates they'd like to share as a starting point.
I have
Okay.
coordinates. 17, 32, 9, yellow. again, 17, 32, 9, yellow.
Okay. And just a funny story. You know, my guides have, those that don't know me, my guides are very funny. And which is probably where I get my quirky sense of humor. But they actually did point 1 to point 2, little line, point 2 to point 3, another little line. And they were zigzagging me. And then when it came to the colors, they showed me a whole bunch of different doors. And then they pointed me a line straight to the yellow door. I love it. The mind. And those beautiful, funny guides that I have. That team is hysterical. So I opened the door, by the way. I didn't even wait for them to tell me it was okay to open the door. The key was there. I unlocked it. I opened it. I walked through it. And I walked into space. Kind of when you see the Earth, it's a blue planet, and then you see the space all around it. Well, I walked into the space above it. All of a sudden I'm there, so it's, you know, definitely some type of a portal. Walked up there, and all I'm seeing is the beautiful stars. And I'm just bathing in that energy. And not to worry, you could breathe. You'll be able to, you just do, you're not going to fall. So you don't have to be fearful. Nothing's going to hit you. Everything is good. Enjoy it. Just say you surrender and just open up and enjoy space, enjoy the beauty and the peacefulness that's there. Now, if anybody had any different experiences so far, please share so people can see that not always do we go to the same place.
Well, for the yellow, I got bananas, which is like, okay. And I can relate to having somewhat of a natural fear of stepping out into space without some sort of
Heather?
landing or protection or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like you're standing in the doorway and your foot kind of goes, whoa. Do I want to do this? Don't I want to do it? And yet, when you take that step, it's just a magical, wonderful feeling to let go of the sides of the doorway and the physical presence of the door frame, and just allow yourself allow yourself to float, to absorb. Our galaxy is so vast, and the universe beyond that, and it's just one universe. There's a whole slew of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the energy that was spoken about is you're absorbing all of that goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the southern euphemism of saying goodbye to everybody. It's like all y'all. Yeah, it's all y'all planets and space wonders out there. It's like, okay.
Uh-huh.
And it's hard to describe how immense, how beautiful, because there's nebulas and all kinds of beautiful formations that we don't oftentimes get to see on Earth, or from Earth's perspective. But there's a richness that is there for everybody to participate in. So hearing some sort of celestial frequency. It's not a vibration, it's a frequency, and some would argue vibration is a frequency, but there's a sweetness to it. There's when I think vibration, I tend to think of low resonance. This is very high and sweet, melodic, and joyful.
Don't be afraid of the floating. The floating, you can direct the floating. If you want to turn somersaults, all you have to do is think about turning somersaults in space. And you'll do that. And if you want to float to the right, if you think that, that's what will happen. You want to float straight ahead. Yeah, that's all you have to do to control the floating, if you will. If you need to control, that's how you can do that.
Yeah, I did like Mighty, the cartoons were Mighty Mouse. You know, why
Or
not?
we could all hold hands and bring down the rosy. I don't know.
There you go.
Leapfrog down the Yellow Brick Road.
And for those that are, not sure why we're laughing, is because all this good energy makes us giggly, because we allow that joy guy to have fun, and we're having fun. We're enjoying the ability to just float, and ability to jump if we want to, do somersaults, go whatever area we want to. And there isn't any constriction or restriction or blockages. We're just allowing it to happen. And then, we're feeding that positive energy to our joy guys, so it brings us joy when we do come back down, when we do sit back into the 3D. We're able to then take that energy to fuel us to another day, to another week, whatever we need. And combined with that unconditional love, you should be giggly and laugh at it. Raise yourself to a level where you're allowing that goodness to be part of you and feeding yourself with that good energy. There's enough bad energy out there. Just feed for yourself. And once you're full, you know then that you can help others. So you don't have to worry about thinking you're selfish, or let all that go. If you are in good health, in good energy level, in a positive mindset, you will be then able to help more. So if you're one of those people that are thinking that that's being selfish, it is not. It's actually more helpful. So go and enjoy, jump around, do somersault, do swing around, do like I did. I'm just shooting up this way, that direction, that direction. And now I'm just floating, watching all the stars.
grab a partner and do-si-do.
There you go. There you go. Just go for it.
Another way of looking at the silliness, if you will, we place all kinds of restraints on ourselves. And we've learned to survive in the world. And a lot of times those survival techniques have placed brick walls in front of us sometimes, or seemingly so. And what we're experiencing is the opportunity to let go of the self-made walls, the self-made barriers, the self-made obstacles. We can be our own worst enemies. And we all possess the ability to heal, to let go, to discover things about ourselves that we never knew consciously before, and just to discover the depth of the universe in the same breath. It's just an amazing opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Now we're being joined by a few. I see this is part of the original council. So let's just say there's a representative for each race, whether it's galactic or angelic, fairies, dragons, there's a representative of each, for all intents purpose, race of living things. Living beings, I should say. And they are surrounding us, and we can go up to any one of them and get their knowledge. They will transfer some of their knowledge to us, and that's where we open up even more. This is the opportunity many have always asked for. We want to know more. We don't understand. We don't. So unblock yourself. Walk up to one another. Whoever you pick, doesn't make any difference. And they will give you what it is you need to open up even further, to learn more, to evolve your soul faster than you could ever think you could, and to bypass all the negativity that's around you, to get you to a point that no matter what chaos happens around you, you are centered, you are loved, you feel that love, and it won't affect you. It really won't. And you'll just turn around and say, okay, well, you're on a different path than I am, and it's so cool, but I'm not letting your chaos come into my force field, into my energetic field, because that harms us. That harms the self, and that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for you to evolve, go to your highest potential in this lifetime, and sometimes you may have to let go of not just things, but people, and that's okay. People, we all intersect each other. We all come to each other's path for a reason, whether it's a mutual evolution of the soul, or for the moment so you could learn something or they could learn something, and then you could just continue your merry way. However that is, however that feels like, and however that appears to be in your neck of the woods, in your life, that's okay. Now I am in front of someone, and I'll say someone for lack of a being, and she feels female, so divine feminine being, and she has something she wants to say. Now she looks galactic to me. She's not admitting what she is because there's no need for me to know, but I am giving you how I see it. So if you need that, you could focus on it more. For all intents purposes, there's hair, not like this, but it represents hair. It's very long, extremely long, down to what we would say our knees. And it is very, very, very translucent white. And I mean translucent, like you could see through it, but you can't really see through it, that kind of thing. And it's very white. She is about 6 foot tall, very beautiful, brilliant, deep blue eyes, but they're not light blue eyes. They're um, like a royal blue, sapphire blue, that kind of in that area. And she doesn't have eyelashes. She has what I would say represent eyebrows. She doesn't have what I would call a nose per se, but there is a formation like a nose. Of course, I'm translating this into a word that we could understand. So she can still breathe her own way. She can still talk with her mouth, but she's talking telepathically because these beings are evolved. The human race was already supposed to be out of 3D and into a dimension, into a level, ascension, that we should be able to speak to each other mind to mind. We should just know what's coming next and be able to manage it. Things could just appear because we think of it. But we have been holding ourselves back for so long. We have been hearing the stories and believing them, and we have closed our eyes to the reality that can be. And she's now coming with a message, and I am going to just say it. I'm going to try to let her go through me. I don't know if she wants to or not, but if not, I just translate what she's saying. Hi. I understand you may not quite comprehend what is happening. We have been waiting for what you call a very long time. We really don't have time here, but in your terms, millions of years for human beings to finally catch up. This is one of the opportunities. This is one of those times in portals in time, in your time, where you can get there. You have written many times about your souls rising to a new level, leaving behind those that are dense and negative. These are the times. Rise above it. It doesn't mean physically all the time. But this is your opportunity. We don't know when you, as a human race, will allow this to occur again. We do not interrupt. We do not interfere unless you request us. And finally, many souls came back as humans. And finally, they decided to open that portal. Now start going through it. Let go of that density that you're in. And yes, there's a lot of awakenings, but we need more awakenings. We need you to fully be in your, what you call, power. Rise above that density of energy that you have created as a whole. And you will be able to flow in space like you just did, without having to worry about breathing, without having to worry about gravity, without having to worry about being caught in the density, in that negative web, and set yourself free. Don't allow those around you to bring you down. Raise above it. Don't go, as you say, down to their level. Raise above it, or stay in your level. Go up and up and up. Let them catch up to you. In the meantime, they're also raising their frequency and also raising their vibrations, and they will then understand that everything they did was for naught, because it doesn't bother you. You won't allow it to fester, and you won't allow it to bring you down. Now, for those that want to hear more of my description, yes, I do have that white hair. Yes, I do have lips. Yes, I do have eyes. Yes, I do have what you will call a nose. Yes, I do have what you will call ears, but they're different. Yes, I do have a body per se, but it's different. Yes, I do have arms, but they're different. I actually have 2 sets of arms. And my so-called comparison skin is more of a dragon's skin. Scales that illuminate different colors depending on the way you look at me. And yes, by your definition, I am female. And there are counterparts male. Although females don't need the males to create, we just create. But it is good to have companions. And when we mate for life. And there's no what you call life, because there is no real ending of life. When we decide that it is time to go for different purposes apart from each other, then we just agree, we make a pact, we say goodbye, and we move on. No harm, no holding bad feelings, no causing what you call trouble or chaos, just much happier, creating happiness and being in that divine frequency is what it is all about. Now I will go back and I will give Glenda the answers. She may not know them consciously, but if you contact her about me, she will have the answers for you. And this goes for anyone who draws us, who paints us, who lets their artistic side come out. for this purpose. She will give you the clues that you need to fully how I look. Blessings, my children, because you are all children. To us, we are all your parents, and you are the children that need extra love, extra guidance to be soon, hopefully, at our stage in front of us and being part of us. Blessings to all. Okay. By the way, I forgot to say she's got very piercing eyes. Magnetic piercing eyes. So, for those that are interested. Leaf, anything?
Not right now.
Okay. Jazz?
It was, there was such joy coming through her. She kind of took my breath away in the immensity, that the feeling of the love and compassion that she has for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. It was a little overwhelming here, but in a good way.
If you've gone up to one of the beings to receive their knowledge or what they choose to share with you, merged with 3 different individuals, so I'm a little out there right now. But the gifts are there if you choose to accept them.
Yes. And they're very, very willing to provide it. Anything that we need. I'm still out there in La La Land, by the way. Okay. They're saying to take a minute. If you're going to go up to anyone, do it now. And surrender. Don't hesitate. Don't put any blockages. Let that energy flow through you. You will feel so much different. And you will definitely see things clearer, brighter. And the tools are being put right into your body, your DNA, your psyche, your higher being. So you don't have to remember anything. It's just being given to you and put in nicely in the cabinets in there and all tidied up. So whenever you need anything, just open the cabinets and there they are.
Anyone who thinks that you have to think it, no. It's a part of your heart, it's a part of your soul. If you are willing to do the work in your heart and in your soul, there are massive gifts to be experienced. And none of it has to do with thinking.
No.
I'm
Also
getting-
help you with the energy of gratefulness.
Mhm.
So relief.
I'm getting just lovely purple clouds floating by. Some have faces in them, and and it's just old. The faces are old ancient beings. They're not so much physically present as their essence is in these beautiful clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And they connect. You can connect with the ancient knowledge through them.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
I'm seeing different birds, huge birds by earthly standards. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the clouds that were described are our ancestors. At least for me, they are. Because we're all part of one body, they're all our family.
Mm-hmm. And each one of us may see them a little different, but basically it's the same.
Mhm. Wonderful as that is, I'm feeling a nudge to move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. All right. Let's see where they want us to go. To another place or end it right here. A quick stop and then we go back down. So coordinates 5,
7. Oh, sorry.
5 and 7. Go ahead. They told me to tell you 5 first.
Okay, 5, 7, 9, 3, 8, 1.
Okay.
5, 7, 9, 3, 8, 1.
Okay. Well, for me, it's like the what people call the Garden of Eden. Everything is in perfect harmony. I see it. Trees that grow 5 different types of fruit at the same time. Some that I have never seen and probably will not in real life, but you know, as I'm going over here, I'm going there. Lots of children, lots of cherubim angels, little angels. And there's like I see everything. Fairies, You name it, it's here. And different versions of them. And yet everybody's just getting along very well. Everybody's cool. Okay, I've seen everything now. An elephant is helping a giraffe. The elephant is pulling the branch down so the giraffe could eat. So this is what I mean. They're all cooperating with each other and helping each other. And all different types of living beings, not just humans, not just what we would call galactics. It's everything, including just energy beings, where you can see their energy flowing. And one of the things I'm hearing is to remember we all began in the same place. We may not remember where that is, and they're only showing us this right now. One of the reasons is so we realize that we're basically one. Stop treating each other like we're not part of one. We're not one. Anybody else experience something different?
No, I can see the same scene in front of me. But one of the things that I'm getting is that humans struggle with the idea of conflict and fear it, avoid it at all costs. And here in this Eden, the ability to embrace conflict that is peaceable, that is respectful, that each party involved in the conflict essentially gets what they need. Now, I say need versus wants. A lot of times we get caught up in I want, and make it I need. But they're very, very different. And as long as our fundamental needs are met, there isn't much room for anything else, to be honest with you, because we will be complete with our needs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very true.
I think the magic, if you will, of this place
Mm-hmm.
is balance. It's give, it's take. There's male and female energies of sorts. All of it, there's the true yin and yang. One's not more important than the other. There's no power struggles, or it's just because there's deep respect, there's deep understanding and trust, and differences are embraced and encouraged.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very true.
To go.
Okay, anything else, anyone? Because they're pushing now. I don't know
Yep.
about you, but The light.
I've got an all-seeing eye.
Mm.
It's mostly seeing it from the side. Every now and then I get a full vision, but it sees all. Everything is indeed one, and what the all-seeing eye sees is the allness of things, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And now instead we're getting pushed for some reason, I think they say that's enough for today. We don't want to overwhelm anyone. So let's just take nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and allowing all that to integrate with your psyche, with your bodies. Allow all that to integrate with your higher self, your spiritual team. And I'm going to count from 5 to 1. And when I hit 1, go back to where you started. So 5, 4, 3. And while I'm doing this, I'm kind of helping everyone's energy to integrate, to flow freely. 2, 1. Now take a nice slow deep breath again in through your nose, out through your mouth. Say, I'm grateful. And we'd like to thank everyone for being here. Please don't forget to share this so that others can also benefit from it. The more that get awakened, the more that get their downloads, the more that get these integrations, the more they get the knowledge, the higher the vibrations we can produce, the higher and the faster we get to other levels of dimensions and become our true selves. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Always accompanying me. It's always a pleasure, you know that. And thank you to the audience again. And as always, we love you. We send blessings and see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. With much love, much grace, and many blessings. Bye.